What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and this is episode number 2 of our Dawn of War 2 playthrough. I'm glad you guys have decided to drop by, and I'm absolutely happy to have you here at the Nerd Castle. We have a couple options in front of us, but let's get ourselves equipped. You'll recall in the last episode that we had managed to drive off the Greenskins and find ourselves some new teammates. So we've got Avitus and his Devastator Marines, we've got Tarkus and the Tactical Marines, we've got Cyrus and his group of Scouts. We got some equipment, though, in between here, there, and everywhere, so let's get it on equipped. It looks like we don't have the right level. We have to be level 3 to use some of the nicer stuff that we found, so unfortunately that's not really going to be an option, but we can equip them with improved power armor, so we might as well do that now. Does it look any different? I didn't see anything change, but I'm going to assume that something changed. That is going to increase their armor by just a little bit, make it a little bit tougher to kill them off. Everything else I don't think is going to be usable for the time being. If we don't like this equipment, we can throw it into the librarium and get ourselves some XP. So if you have any units that are behind, you can catch them up in that fashion. Let's take a look at everybody's skills. Avitus has a level up ready to go. I may actually just pump him out with ranged as well. If we give him 2 points right now, all of his ranged weapons will have extended range, and that's exactly what we want for our suppressive fire. So let's put those 2 points in right now. There it is, advanced optics. Very cool. I like his little kind of coif, his faux future coif. That's pretty sweet. Actually, it's probably not faux. It's actually quite real, I would assume. What do we want to do with our scouts? Scouts tend to benefit a bit more from the energy abilities. They tend to do pretty well if you put a lot of points into energy because most of their usefulness is going to be tied up in the way that they stealth around. I think I'll do that. The first ability we're going to unlock for Cyrus is going to be Infiltrator. It's called Stillness, but it allows you so that if you're cloaked and you're standing still, you don't lose energy, which is actually pretty good. You in fact want to get to the one that's way over here that allows you to use accessories that don't pop you out of stealth, so you can throw your timer mines, you can throw your satchel charges, things like that, without actually breaking your stealth, which is really, really cool, and it's really useful. So there we go, 2 points in. That's also going to increase his energy a little bit. Other things that I might consider giving him, probably give him a little bit more ranged ability, probably get his HP up to here just so he can move while he's stealth. He'll be able to move at full speed if I go up to here, but that's all kind of long-term plans. I'll probably go to there. I don't really know what... Oh, he can get flamers. Okay. Well, I'll probably go up to here, and then put the rest over to here, and then just have him snipe from the background. But I don't really know what the optimal builds are. I tried really hard not to look it up because I didn't want to ruin the game for myself. We have a choice in our missions here, and the choice is going to be a little bit different. So we can take this mission right here and kill Gutrencha, and that's going to give us a communications array and a foundry. Or we can go over here and kill Skykilla. If we kill Skykilla, we get ourselves an Imperial Shrine and a communication array. I don't recall what the Imperial Shrine does. I believe that it allows certain abilities to be used, but I don't remember exactly which ones. It's been a couple years. As I recall, this game came out in like 2008, and it's probably been about that long since I played it last. We're going to go with Gutrencha because I know that the automated foundries allow us to do more missions in a day, and that's a really, really good thing. So let's do that.
Commander, the Orks have struck another valuable target. A powerful Ork chieftain named Gutrencha is leading the assault, but someone must have pointed him at this target, likely without his even knowing it. Take your squads and eliminate this beast before he does more damage. Keep on the lookout for clues as to who may be manipulating him.
Let's take a moment and look at the other mission. I forgot the missions can have different rewards too, so sometimes you're balancing that.
Commander, the Orks have struck another critical target.
Okay, so that one's going to give us armor for our scouts. This one's going to give us a new Devastator weapon. So let's go ahead and go with Gutrencha. And then once we're all tied up there, I think we should have a reasonable amount of equipment. We should be able to get ourselves... Well, I mean, equipment's going to come and go as you go through the game. I mean, you go through equipment left and right. But for the time being, I really, really, really like the Devastator Marines, so I plan to give them a little bit of love. That dude is terrifying. Our dropship should be coming in pretty shortly. And there it is. What a lot of people don't realize...
Location is marked on your map display, Commander. You will need to fight through the Orks defending him.
What a lot of people don't notice is you can actually, if your units end up getting killed, you can use this like a command point and come back and replenish your squad if you need to. Actually a pretty sweet thing that I noticed on my last playthrough that I had never noticed before. Let's swap them into position. I'm going to cut this way for just a little bit. There is a fairly sizable... Yeah, that looks like it's got a machine gun nest up in it. Maybe take Cyrus and handle our business up here. So let's keep Cyrus in cover if we can. Let's infiltrate him, and then what I'd like to do is just throw a satchel onto that building. There it is. Then if we can pull him on out, down it goes. And so now we don't need to worry about being suppressed as we come past that position. Other things we want to think about are how we want to flank this position. I think I would prefer possibly to go this way, and then taking Avitus maybe and setting up this way and pinching a little bit. Maybe taking the scouts and going that way. They should be able to be okay right here unless there's grenades being thrown. We might also consider... Yeah, that worked out a mighty fine. Managed to kill them off pretty well. And he's going to retreat, but he's going to get machine gunned before he can actually get out of range. That's perfectly fine. Let me get everybody regrouped over here, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with them. Attack Marines go over there. Devastator Marines maybe set up right there. Cyrus and his boys can go right there maybe. And once they get set up, you'll notice they have a little bit of a deploy time. And it looks like they're not going to have line of sight, unfortunately. That's okay, though. This isn't a squad that really requires a whole bunch of attention from... You know, it doesn't require perfect precision gathered fire. We should be okay there. We've got a command point over here. And as I recall, capturing command points is a good thing. I don't know if they can put a grenade over here, but I would really like it if they could. Oh, they can. Very cool. Well, that'll blast him on out of that location then. Maybe throw another one. It looks like they're going to reposition in there, and I don't really want to risk our lives doing anything stupid, so I'll just throw over the fence since they're not smart enough to figure it out, and down they go. Let's get Tarkus and his boys set up over here. Oh, never mind. Well, we'll just have them advance that way. I'm going to try and take that position. Devastators, let's get them in far enough away to where they're not going to eat too much fire. And it looks like our scouts are actually taking some pretty heavy hits. Let's throw a grenade on this grouping over here. They got really good cover, and I don't want them to have that. I want them to be completely uncovered, but I don't want them to be nude. You can never be too careful with the Ork boys. You tell them you want them uncovered, all of a sudden they're all running around in the nude. You've got green wang everywhere, and the whole situation has just become rapidly awkward. I'm actually just going to have them dogpile on this one. Let's have them all kind of in the same position. Looks like we've got a secondary machine gun nest right there that needs to be handled. We'll get the scouts on their way, and we should be able to handle that. I don't see anything else coming this way that's going to stop us. Let's take our scouts. Out of combat, you are going to regenerate, just so you know. And now that they're in position, let's throw a satchel on this thing, and then we're going to need them to run away as quickly as possible. So let's have them fall back now. Drop them out of there, and down goes that position, and all these guys are already in cover, so we should be able to engage in a pretty good gun battle right here. I think I need Avitus in a better position though. Let's go right there with Avitus and his boys. We'll have the Tacky somewhere around here. They've got a little bit more range than Avitus does, I think. I don't know, maybe not. Tech Marines are sending us emails. Oop, you boys need to get the hell out of there. A couple seconds till that thing blows. Probably take that building with it too. Oh, maybe not. Well, we got him back anyways, and we're still in good shape. Now, if we capture, how this is going to work is on one deployment, we can only capture one of the buildings that I was talking about. I think I'm going to go for the foundry, actually. I wasn't paying attention, but I don't think that I want this one right here. I don't really want the communications array. From what I recall, I really liked the foundries. Maybe we'll try and spread ourselves out a little bit better as we go along, get a few buildings of different varieties, but for now I know that I really... Oop, that's not what I want. I've got the wrong unit selected. Let's grab Cyrus there. We'll put him over there. Force Commander, you're in behind that box. And the TAC Marines tend to be the ones that I like to probe with. Oh, they're already putting down fire on us. Okay. Oh, they're getting flanked. Let's put some fire on them, make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, because we really, really, really don't want them engaged in melee. So if we can clear the enemy off them quickly and with any type of efficiency, that's what I prefer up front. Sometimes the orcs do weird things and they just bum rush you, and I guess that's not that weird for an orc. As I said that, I realized that for an orc, that's like the peak of, that is the apex of military strategy. It's just charging in and causing problems, but let me get the scouts in right there. Force commander, let's move him out here. Actually, let's get them in right there. We'll put Avitus in behind this little grouping of barbed wire. Force commander will just hang out right there and try and get his business done. And that is a giant firefight. That is quite the scrum. Even suppression probably isn't going to help us too much here. What we need to do is eliminate some of that cover. We'll nade it. There we go. That's what I like to see. And then we should be able to just pick them off with the final little bits of our firefight here. Later on, I should be able, once I get the Force Commander leveled up a little bit with regards to his melee skills, I actually should be able to destroy their cover too with kind of a little armored charge type deal. Now that we've got that all done, we do want to capture as many of the control points as possible. There is a time limit on some of these, or at least I know that it's not a time limit so much as it is you're rated by how quickly you can complete the mission. But I was never impressed with completing missions quickly. I always wanted to make sure that I was thorough, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Get as many people into cover here as possible, including the Force Commander. We'll finish off blasting them. Force Commander's actually leveled up. That's pretty sweet. Looks like our tac squad has found themselves jumped here. Let me get the Force Commander into position. Maybe he'll be able to help. Or at least, at the bare minimum... There we go. His little charge managed to knock them all back. At the bare minimum, what he'll be able to do is throw a med kit on everybody.
Capturing it will allow us to deploy more rapidly.
And that sounds very, very nice. He's behind like amazing cover right now. Those barrels are apparently just immune to bolter fire. Let me get everybody backed off for just a minute. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scouts. Let's figure out an advanced position here while Tarkus heals up a tad. Devastators can go right there. And what I would like is for my scouts to stealth on in and throw a satchel on that. Thought I saw a grenade get chucked right there. Let's see if I can get people kind of arranged so at least there's some sort of kind of firefight going on. I hate it when I've got people that just aren't engaged. Oop, and I left them in stealth. Let's get them out of there. And then he should be down very shortly, and we should be able to make an advance. Alright, so tackies are up first. Devastators are going to hold their position, maybe fall in right there. Give a little bit of cover if they can. Oh, and everybody needs to get out of here. Run! I think this guy in the back's going to get naded. Yep. Alright, so we got to fall back pretty heavily. They seem pretty dedicated to the old melee trick there. Yeah, we lost somebody. That's no good. Let's get everybody behind cover that we can. And they're kind of caught up in melee right now. But if we arrange around here, this should kind of replete us as we go through. It shouldn't be a problem. Let me destroy some of this cover. And you'll see that as he runs through, it wipes out everything that they're hiding behind, which is a very, very useful technique for making sure that your boys are able to lay them down. At times, I struggle with the controls of this game because it doesn't seem like my units really want to do what I want to tell them to do. But that was sort of my fault right there. I let myself get bum rushed, got into a little bit of trouble. Looks like there's one orc left over here. We'll send him in. Devastators weren't in position when I needed them to be. Just all kinds of things went wrong right there, but we survived it. He's going to throw a grenade right where I was headed to. Complete and total waste of one of those grenades, but whatever. Let's see if we can get ourselves into this foundry. I think what I would like is for our Devastators to be like so. Our tackies to be like so. Our scouts to be maybe like right now. Scouts back here. There we go. Oh, I used the... Oh, never mind. I'm commanding the wrong people. Let's go like so. There we go. And then we just get to watch them get cut to ribbons. Where's my force commander run off to? There he is. Let's move Avitus and his boys forward. And then I'm going to need to stealth in with them and wipe out this machine gun nest. So we'll throw something onto there while we can. They should be already completely engaged, so that's not going to be a big problem. Now that that's in there, we'll have them fall back just a tad. And kablooey, or shazowie as I'm known to say. Let's get the force commander in, have him capture that location. Maybe think about... Oh, there's another group back there. Okay, so we're not going to capture this just yet. I'm actually just going to take my scouts, and we're going to do this as cleanly as possible. If I can do it like a scalpel, I prefer to avoid the sledgehammer approach.
Just as numerous as they are ugly.
Alright, so that bomb should take out that final pillbox type position. Down it goes, and then what we'll do is we'll have tackies move on it. And they should be able to handle this while he captures the location. Unless they start throwing grenades, in which case all bets are off. I see a bunch of kind of jump troopers up, yeah, storm boys up there. So we're going to have to watch out for them. They're going to cause an impact when they land, and it's totally going to suck, and it's going to hurt like crazy. They can jetpack up in the air and drop, kind of like the Lancers from Final Fantasy. Just a major problem.
It was. With this foundry in our hands, we can redeploy more quickly.
There we go. So you see what just happened right there.
It also allows for healing and reinforcement. Field generators are deploying now, Commander. Additional generators will not be available until your next deployment. Heading out.
All right. So now that we have the foundry, there's a couple things that's going to allow us to do, but namely it allows us to deploy to more missions in a day, which is really good considering the game is sort of a race against time. The other thing it allows us to do is we can drop turrets around, I think. And the turrets are pretty beefy. Now with this position up here, I think I'm going to go in with the scouts first, as always. Oh, I actually forgot to take them out of stealth, so we may have to do this the brute force way. Let's get the tacs into position. Let me see if I can get them all in without... There it is. There we go. I wanted all four in position without any major problems. We'll move Avitus up on and in. What we're going to do is we're just going to huck a grenade at them. And as soon as that's cooled down, we're going to throw a grenade over there as well. Actually, no. Let's just throw... Oh, they're out of satchel charges. That's fun. Well then, let's just throw a grenade there if we can. We're suppressing each other right now, which is kind of a major problem. But we should be able to get him on out of that window. There we go. So nice and clean. Let's bust open this box, get ourselves some supplies. Maybe bust open that one too, because it seems as though we don't have a whole lot left over in our supply cache. It's going to take him a while to break that. Here, you guys help. Force Commander isn't so good at opening his own crates. There we go. I think there's another one down here. Let's grab that really quickly. It might be worthwhile to hit all the command points. I think we get rated based on that. And since this episode, I think, is going to run reasonably long to where we're not going to do a second one, I think I'll go for a completionist approach. That's the call I'm going to make right here. Let's go ahead and capture as many of the command points as we can. Let's get Avitus up into this position. I'm not going to put him in the house just yet. They are quite fond of throwing grenades and things of that nature. Makes me quite nervous and scared about deploying into buildings. I've seen it just go wrong too many times. Let's see if I can have Force Commander come up here and meet up with them. Maybe use a med kit on them. They're looking a little scratched up. Oh, they're missing a guy. Interestingly enough, we'll replenish it once we get this point taken, though. Maybe I've been using them a little too much. It looks like... What are those, Slugga boys? Okay, I was worried they were knobs for a second. Let's take our attack marines, maybe, and we'll put them over there. That explains why I was only seeing 3 dots. They should be able to be covered from the crossfire here. We'll also Oh, I hit the wrong key. I gotta get used to the hotkeys here that I'm commanding units around with. Ooh, never mind. God, they decided to just rush in on us. I should have known, Slugga boys. I wasn't thinking. Let's have him rush. There we go. And he should be able to break them up and get our attack marines at least partially clear. There we go. All right. Let's consider where I want Avitus right there. Attack marines I want fairly close because when I capture this thing, it's going to kind of finish off their group. And then scouts, fill in the gap, scouts. Actually, scouts can go out this way and do their job. They'll actually start scouting, seeing what's going to be part of taking over this command point. There we go. So now we've got them all nice and lined up. Looks like we've got a little bit of a problem over here, but nothing we can't handle. Let's move in with stealth, and what we'll do is we'll throw a satchel charge on that guy right there. And then let's have Avitus and his boys come in, maybe like that with Tarkus. Put the force commander over there if he can. And kablowie. There it goes. We should be nice and lovely. I don't think they're actually going to attack, though. Surprisingly enough, I figured they'd rush us after I did that, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Tactical Marines take the front. They're going to stealth in and take out this other gun position. Oh, nope, I hit the wrong button again. Maybe that'll bait somebody out, though. That's always the nice extra effect of me playing terribly. Maybe it'll work as a bait and switch. You never can tell. Okay, there we go. Let's throw another satchel on that building. And they're going to take some fire from that position, I can tell already. But we should be able to get them the hell on out of there. Good. I was hoping they would actually bait these guys right here, because that means I can actually throw a grenade over the top. There it goes. And down they go. Oh, and then we've got grenades over here too. Let's get everybody out of the way. Yeah, so you guys want to fire at that guy who's right in front of you? I mean, I know it's a little inconvenient, but you should probably do it. Probably a good plan. Oh, never mind. This is turning into Space Hulk all too quickly. Yeah, shift cover. I wasn't expecting to get attacked from that direction. That was a little bit of an organizational malfunction on my part. Use a med kit because another one just dropped, and why not? They were looking a little bit the worse for wear anyways. Move the scouts into position, maybe have them try and flank. Hopefully have them not throw a grenade. That would be the best possible occurrence. Actually, no, we'll get the capture going on this CP. Let me dig them out of cover here. It's getting on my nerves. There we go. And there's the final command point that we've managed to wrangle on this playthrough. Let's head up to this top center area, and I believe we're going to have a boss fight on our hands. Ooh, there's a bunch of orcs down here. Shooter boys shouldn't be much of a problem. We should be able to just punch through them like paper. They don't tend to hold very well, and they're not taking cover, oddly enough. And down he goes. Let's position Avitus kind of towards the edges here. We'll have him go there. Force commander there. Scouts over here, maybe. And then I just got to keep an eye on everybody. Another level up for our squad. Very, very good. Wow, they killed them roundly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Force Commander kind of tank this guy as best as possible. You'll see he's got a health bar at the top of the screen. I believe the grenade is going over to my scouts, so we'll reposition them down at the bottom. Let's see if we could possibly get Avitus into a better position. I know he's got a deployment time, but I would like him to be completely and totally involved in this thing as best as possible. Some of these fights actually end up getting pretty nasty in the end. Let me throw the scouts into a little bit closer of combat. That grenade's kind of off to the side, so at least he's not messing with Tarkus and his boys. That's what I like to see. He may throw a grenade at the scouts now. And then I'll just medkit him as much as I can as we go through. Get them out of the way of that grenade, which is over here. Force Commander, use a medkit on him just to make sure he makes it through the engagement without any further issues. Oh, and he just got knocked out. Those gents are going to have to vacate the premises over here. We're going to reposition them to that point. Maybe have these guys shoot open one of these, get ready with the next med kit. And let's get Tarkus's boys back in here too. They actually don't even really need cover. Oh, Christ. Let's get out of the way of that. That little thing he marked on the ground, this is very much like a raid fight in an MMO. You gotta watch out for the little triggers they give you. He's also gonna wipe out cover. Oh, damn. Probably gonna get hit by that one, unfortunately. Oh, let's get the Force Commander up. I didn't realize his health was so low. Alright, let's have everybody move here. And then what I need is for everybody to reposition. Unfortunately, a little bit of a problem there with our deployment. I suppose I should probably move the Force Commander. That's what I wasn't thinking about. The Force Commander's still in the nasty little raid spots. Oh, let's get them out of the way. Like I said, playing on a gyroscope right now. Still have that inner ear infection, so I'm not really registering things that are going on screen so well. Avitus's only guy left. God. Seeing like right there, he stopped to fire even though I told him to move. There we go. Furious Absolution.
The Ork scum is dead at last. Ready for extraction, Commander.
Well, not so terrible, but not so good either. Like I said, absolutely like playing the game on top of a top. So we got an improved heavy bolter, but that's not really going to matter because we got Furious Absolution, which we're going to equip. Let's do the storyline for the next mission, and then I'll go ahead and break this thing off. There's the ranking. So Fury, we got 5 skulls. Resilience, we did okay. Speed, we did absolutely terribly. Alright, looking mighty fine. We managed to get the locator beacon, and yeah, Furious Absolution, so that's looking kind of nice. Once we load back in here, Davian will have a few things to say.
Good work, Commander. Gutrencha's death has scattered his Ork band. I am deploying a team to search the Ork remains for clues as to who is agitating them.
Have we received any additional word from the neighboring sector, Captain?
No, we have lost all contact with them.
What could possibly take out the communications network of an entire sector in a few days?
We will have to investigate, but the defense of Calderis must come first. Commander, deploy to the surface as soon as your squads are ready.
Alright, so that's about 30 minutes. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for our playthrough of Dawn of War 2. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody, and I'll see you in the next episode.